Good evening, everyone. I'm Akriti, and today we have with us Samrat. He is from HNLU Raipur. Samrat, can you give us like a brief introduction about your college?
Firstly, good evening, everyone present today. My name is Samrat, and I am from Hidayatullah National Law University, which is situated in the state of Chhattisgarh, and the area where the college is, it's called Naya Raipur. So yeah, I think that's the basic that our college, the basic idea of our college. It is at a secluded area, far away from the main city, too much of greenery around. So yeah, Naya Raipur is the place where you would find our college.
Okay, could you tell us about whether there are UG, PG, and what are the combinations of subjects available
So
at your
for
college?
undergraduate students, I myself am undergrad. For us, it's a 5-year course, which I think everyone knows. Along with that, so see what happens is the curriculum that we maintain, that's not a fixed curriculum for all the NLUs. Every NLU has their own way of approaching their first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. So we started with a very so since we have BA along with LLB, so we are taught political science, we are taught sociology, we're taught English, and these are the basic subjects that we are taught. And the only subject that goes on till our third year is political science.
Okay,
And it's given different names, but it's essential political science. We are taught sociology for 2 years, and we are taught legal method for a year, and we are also taught English for a year. So yeah, that is essentially what covers the BA part. And for LLB, we're like every year we are taught new acts. Like in the first year, we read about the Contracts Act. We have read about law of torts, the IPC, and now since we're going and for 4 years, they will be choosing their honor subject. We are provided a number of options. So for corporate law, there are 4 subjects that are being taught. For we have trade and investment, we have criminal honors, and we have constitutional honors and corporate honors. So these are the 5 essential subjects that are provided to us. Along with that, we have a plethora of optional subjects. So that is something that I think
yeah.
comes way later. So yeah, we won't
Yeah.
get into the details
What
of that.
about the combination, for example, like the BA, BBA? Are there any
No,
other
so
combinations
we
as well?
only provide with BA LLB.
Okay.
That's the only course that's provided. We don't have BB LLB because I think I don't know about the administrative intricacies, but I think when the committee had sat, they discussed this amongst themselves, and apparently this thing goes around that BB LLB as a course is also something which then the administrative body thought that was not really the course that they want to provide for to the students. They, for some reason, focused on BLLB, and as a result of which the only course that HNL provides as of now is BLLB.
Okay. And could you tell us about the location for how far it is from the city?
All right. So basically, so this is one advantage as well as disadvantage. So it's on the perspective that you take on it. So the first thing is my college. It's around 50 minutes away from the railway station and 20 minutes away from the airport. It's the if even if you search for HNLU on Google Maps, you will see that it is essentially in a place where there is nothing around. It is like barren land and greenery, of course, but along with that, in the middle we have our college. So the good part about it is that we are far away from the main city, which is like the cacophony of noise that we get to hear in the main city. That's not here. But the another disadvantage which I need to address is that since we are completely secluded from the city, someone who likes that part of the city, hearing that and going to, shopping malls and all of that, the students really like to go to. That sometimes becomes a difficult task, but our college can within 30 to 40 minutes to reach the main city.
Okay, so it's a 30-40 minutes ride
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
camp.
yeah.
Okay. And what about attendance and dress code?
So we don't have a dress code, which is, in my opinion, also a very stupid thing to go ahead with, because dress code doesn't really, till school I understood that if we had a dress code in college as well, it would have been a terrible decision on their part, but we don't, fortunately. And for attendance, we have a criteria of 70% of attendance. That in my opinion, is a very good deal, because 30% we are getting to spend whatever we want to do. We want to do moods, we want to write a paper, go out, go to our home, whatever you want to do. Because I've heard a lot of colleges have 80, 85%. We have 70%. So that I think is a good deal.
Okay. So can you, so what should a student should a law student expect with respect to mooting culture in your
All right.
institution?
So, mooting culture, right? So, see, the thing is, every year that comes forward, every year has their own perspective towards either a mooting or writing a paper or solely focusing their attention towards academics. All right. Our year, like so in my year, we have a lot of students who really want to go ahead with moots. I myself am interested to go ahead with number of moots as well as paper writing. My goal has never been to excel in academics to that level, but of course academics has been a point of focus. But that's what I'm trying to say, that we have a culture, we have a MCC, that is the moot court committee, and we also organize, if you have heard of it, we also organize our Hidayatullah National Moot Court competition, which is one of the good moots in the country right now. And fortunately, I had the experience of being part of the organizing committee last year, so I've seen the way things work around. So if you want to moot and if you require the help, we have databases, we have a amazing library. So you will get everything that you require to go ahead with the mood that you want to go ahead with. So it's upon you. If you want to, you will excel. If you don't want to do, you want to do
You've
something, you can
already
do
said
that as
something
well.
about
That's
the resources. I would like to also want you to add on to what are the resources available. So with respect to databases and the library and the quantity and quality of books available to students.
all right. So for the people who have not yet joined law college, they probably won't know that for
Simran, I
the
can't
basic.
hear you. Can you just yeah.
Am I audible now?
Yeah. Yes.
The thing is that for the people who have not yet joined law colleges, they might not know that the two essential mediums for legal research is SCC Online and Manupatra, and a number of other, of course, Westlaw and all of that. But Westlaw comes for international moves generally, but SCC Online is one of the most important legal websites where you can research upon your moot or any other case you want to research upon. So our college provides with SCC Online, our college provides with Manupatra, Hein Klein, it provides with political, economic and political weekly, it provides with live law. So all of the, and a number of others that are available to us. We are also working on getting more and more. We are working on getting LexisNexis and all of these things, which will probably be included now since our vice chancellor has changed and he has focused completely on this database thing. So yeah, as of now, we have the database that is minimum. That is the minimum requirement for any law student to go ahead with his own research work or for moot work, whatever it may be. So we have that.
Just could you just add on to it whether it's just on campus or is it available
It's
everywhere?
available. We are researching right now as well. It's available anywhere.
Okay.
It's an online offline thing, so it's not a problem.
What about the library?
And yeah, so our library, as far as I've heard, apparently our library is one of the biggest law libraries in the country. I'm not sure whether it's true or not because our library is tremendously big. We have n number of books from like varying from, it can be Halsbury laws of England to Indian books, like we have a stack full of constitutional laws and then IPR laws. So these books that we require, so we have properly divided them, and we have almost every other book that's required by a law student. Of
Okay.
course, we require way more books, but we have a good collection.
Okay. And what
Yeah.
about computer labs?
Yeah, so we have an IT lab. We have around 50 to 60 computers available. But the thing is, since in this generation, we almost every one of us have laptops with us, we prefer to stay at our own rooms because we have Wi-Fi connection that's provided by the college. As a result of which, we can sit back at our own rooms and just work on it because IT lab becomes a formal thing. But yes, we also have our own IT lab, so you can go there and research as well.
Okay. Okay. So can we move on with respect to the legal aid clinics and is there an separate committee for it and how does it work?
So see, I know for a fact that we have a legal aid clinic. Like, say, for example, we were having a good amount of problem with our own workers who work at on campus. Their payment was due, and all of that was happening. So our legal aid committee, that is LSCC, I'm not part of it. LSSC, I'm not part of it, but I know for a fact that they are working really well. Recently, the migrant worker crisis that was happening in the country, our college successfully had sent back every other migrant worker who was working at HNLU, and they cater to all the needs of the migrant workers. So the LSSC is doing a brilliant job in our college.
Could you add on to with respect to journals,
Yeah.
firstly, and secondly, opportunities abroad?
Abroad.
Yeah.
Um, See, when it comes to journals, now that depends what type of, like, our college per se does not have a journal, because we are working on that. We are working on that. But when it comes to external journals, publications, and all of that, a number of students have published in a number of good institutes. That's true. We do not have a list of students, like we have no database for that. But I know for a fact that from my own year and other years as well, they are publishing a number of articles, number of papers, and all of that's happening. Now, when it comes to international prospects, like last year only, three of them went to Cambridge. I know this. This year, the current passing out batch, they are, one of them got into Cambridge, one of them got into University of London. So the thing is, I can't say speak from the perspective of other NLUs, but I think when it comes to the international perspective, it's again upon you as an individual, as an individual who wants to go out and pursue something. I think the law college has nothing to do with it, because it's a another procedure altogether, which law college does not delve into. So yeah, it's upon you whether you really want to go ahead and pursue your LLM outside somewhere.
Okay. Uh, could you tell everyone about the faculty size, the teaching
Yeah, yeah.
quality, and student-teacher ratio?
Teaching quality. All right. So the thing is, teaching quality, it's not, I won't say it's very good. I won't say it's very bad. It's somewhere in the middle. Now, we have 30 faculty members. So that essentially means, if you look into the mathematically, every teacher has 30 students allotted, because we have 900 students around. But we, what we do is we divide our classes into 60 students. So that if there are double class and all of that, teachers can look into that. So we have a total faculty of 30 teachers and one vice chancellor. Now the thing is, I don't know. Everyone has their own perspective, but I can reasonably say that the faculty members are not the best that we can get. But I think this is a problem with law colleges in general, and it's a perception. I don't know whether it's true or not, that private colleges actually get a good number of, like, good teachers at least. I'm not sure of this, but are a lot of our own students who are, there's a student who got 16 gold medals, who wants to come to HNLU, but because of administrative intricacies has not been able to come to our college as of now. So there are some problems, of course, with the teaching aspect of it, and this is, I think, a persistent problem with all other NLUs that are there in our country. So this is something that we need to work upon as of now. So that is
Oh,
negative
that's
point.
very. And what about
Yeah, yeah.
approachability? How would you say, how would you rate the approachability? How much can you approach a teacher? How friendly are they?
All right.
What is the general
Good.
environment?
Oh, that's a good question. I think, see, the thing is, this is sort of a practice that's going around, that it is taken upon, the students take this upon themselves, that they'll make sure that when they go to class, they'll not listen to anyone, they'll not try to bond with the teachers, and they'll just do anything and everything. Now, that's one group of students. The other group of students who want to learn and who want to bond with their teachers, they always have that opportunity. I myself, I'm still talking, I'm still WhatsApping my teachers about their lectures and all of that. So that's upon you. The teachers are very approachable. You can ask them anything and everything. There are, of course, every college has two, three teachers who are very strict, very difficult to talk to, though that is the common feature
Hmm.
everywhere. But rest of the teachers, they are easily approachable, not a problem.
Okay. And so this is a very important question,
Yeah, yeah.
and this may be subjective according to your personal experiences, but how would you say is the social and mental well-being of the students within campus?
Social well-being, I have no idea of, because see, the thing is, mental element that people talk of nowadays, which is going ahead, and there are a number of Instagram posts and Facebook posts that how mental health should be spoken of, and after the death of this recent actor, students who are joining in right now into law colleges, they need to understand that ye jo pressure hai ki you're going to law college 5 years, there has to be pressure on you. That's not true. People take this upon themselves ki nahi, pressure lena hai, we need that pressure. That should not be the case. Stay, like, to take life easy. 5 years easily go by. It's not a big deal. So I think, yeah, there is, of course, there are number of problems that come along, but you can easily deal with them.